Ryan Trahan is breaking the YouTube algorithm, averaging 130 million views every month. But he shouldn't be. His intros are twice as long as the top YouTubers, and his latest thumbnail barely stands out. Well, it turns out Ryan's cracked the new growth formula for YouTube, and the first step is his killer thumbnail strategy, thumbnail realism. Let's take a closer look at this thumbnail. Most people will say it's trash, it's dark, and you can barely see Ryan. But this is his secret weapon. If you put Ryan's thumbnail next to other airplane videos, it instantly looks unique. With this approach, Ryan can take the world's most overdone ideas and still get millions of views by making the thumbnails more realistic. Most importantly, Ryan's learned not to blindly copy what everybody else is doing, which is why he stays away from the
famous thumbnail face.
Instead, he always goes for muted expression, and he uses simple text while 99% of creators copy the MrBeast font. Together, all these tactics make every Trahan thumbnail come off as authentic and raw. Just like his intros, which use a strategy I don't see anywhere else on YouTube. Ryan's intros follow a clever 4-step formula. Let's watch this video and analyze each one.
The first successful flight around the world took 175 days. The team faced severe weather, mechanical failures, and logistical nightmares. That's scary! But now you can fly around the world in first class and get served ice cream in bed. That's yummy.
First, notice how Ryan's intros start with a mini story. The phrase "a while back" is just a more concise version of "once upon a time," which is language that is biologically engineered to hook humans. Ryan also does something really smart during his mini story. He uses clips of himself when he mentions first class, which foreshadows exciting moments ahead. Next, Ryan introduces two important storylines, an A story and a B story back to back. Check it out.
So here's my plan. Step 1, fly around planet Earth in the best seats airlines have to offer. Step 2, find the coolest holiday gifts at the airports in between flights. Because I've been told that my gifts aren't very unique or exciting.
The A story is just the main goal of the video, but the B story is where Ryan stands out. It's an emotional goal. It adds depth to the video. He's not just experiencing first class like every other YouTuber, he adds a reason we can all relate to, wanting to get a great gift for his loved ones. But there is one problem with his intros. The mini story and the B story make the intro way longer. So to solve this, Ryan transitions really fast. Watch this.
Frankly, I don't know how Santa Claus affords to do this every year. Thank you, Saley. Thank you so much. Love you. I boarded my first plane.
He doesn't give you a chance to click off. So his new intro formula is mini story, foreshadowing hook, A and B story introduced, immediate transition. This is an intro formula designed to hook you. But after the intro, Ryan has to solve another problem, which brings us to step 3. How does he get viewers to watch till the end? Well, first, it turns out Ryan is a re-hooking master. Throughout his videos, he plants little sentences that convince us to keep watching. Here's just a couple.
Now that I'm in the air, I can do a seat tour. But first, I've got my pajamas on and I've eaten an ambiguous fillet of fish, which means there's really only one thing left to do.
The most obvious reason he does this is to keep us interested, but these sentences also have a second, more subtle purpose. When he says this sentence, for example,
"It was delicious. I loved it. And now I'm ready to go do some gift shopping."
it tells us he's moved on to the next section of the video, which rehooks us and makes people watch till the end. Ryan also gets us to watch as long as possible by using the only legal view hack on YouTube. Okay, have a look at this. Last year, his average video length jumped by 10 minutes. It turns out just making longer videos means people will watch for longer. And since the algorithm loves high watch time, it pushes the video more. So it's a no-brainer. Ryan gets more views by making longer videos. Now, most people think Ryan is naturally funny, and he is, which is why he uses humor to hide boring moments. See for yourself.
Seat also comes with slippers. That was fun. A vanity kit filled with socks, an eye mask, lip balm. Oh, that was weird. Face mist. I love this stuff. It's so refreshing.
Ryan uses a technique I call the punchline cycle here. It goes context, joke, context, repeat. He does this to keep his videos engaging, because the airplane seat isn't that interesting. But if he did too many jokes back to back, the video would feel boring. So Ryan spreads the jokes out, which makes the video more engaging. But by far the strongest part of Ryan's formula is the 4th step, his S-tier branding. Ryan's comment section is full of comments like this: amazing, thank you, I love you. But when I scroll the biggest YouTubers' comments, I can't find anything similar. So how does he do it? Well, Ryan understands that repetition builds a strong brand. So each video always contains 3 brand building elements. First, I gotta talk about
Jamie time.
This might just seem like a funny edit, but it's actually calculated. It's a technique known as candy. Ryan doesn't need to include this funny moment, but it's a cherry on top designed to make the viewer feel something. More importantly, catchy phrases like this build a catalog of catchy phrases and references, which makes viewers feel connected to Ryan. The really smart thing is that Ryan will vary how he delivers these moments. This catches the viewer by surprise, making the moment much more special. Ryan's videos also stick to specific comedic styles. The most common style I notice is this one.
First up, American Airlines.
He puts a funny sentence on top of an overly dramatic song. The contrast is just hilarious, which is really funny. Another style of comedy he sticks to is breaking the fourth wall.
I love adding those sparkles. Sorry if I'm overusing that effect.
Sticking to these kinds of comedy creates familiarity for viewers, which makes it easier for them to become superfans. Most importantly, Ryan's video endings are a masterclass. Watch this.
Hello, what's your answer? Which one would you time travel to, past or future?
You know what? Doesn't matter, as long as you come with me. That was a creative way of telling you my takeaway of my experience.
I mean, this is cinema. Ryan wrapped a funny moment, a wholesome thought, and a creative ending all in one. And it's super smart because psychologically, viewers remember the end of the video the most, which means they're left with a positive feeling at the end of every video. Now, everything we've talked about so far is important, but there's still one big thing missing. Nobody would watch Ryan's videos if the ideas weren't amazing. Which brings us to step 5 of the formula. How does Ryan come up with ideas that can get up to 50 million views? Well, I've noticed he finds ideas in 3 places. The first is finding ideas on his own channel. This is really simple. When an idea does well, he just does it again. So when one-star restaurants did well, Ryan made one-star theme parks. His biggest series last year, Weird and Cool Hotels, just doubles down on a video of his that went viral 4 years ago. These are safe ideas that are guaranteed to do well and build a bingeable catalog. A lot of YouTubers miss out on this tactic because they're too busy chasing the next big thing. Now, I found Ryan also looks at what is working on YouTube as a whole. Videos about trains in Japan have historically done really well on YouTube. So Ryan combined the two to make this fresh YouTube idea. This method generates a ton of unique ideas, which Ryan can test to find his next big format. But the next tactic is Ryan's most powerful, looking outside of YouTube for ideas. Like this idea came from scrolling Airbnb. Even the thumbnail is just one of the pictures from the listings. Ryan just added himself in front. By combining this unique idea with a proven format, Ryan created a fresh viral concept. There's a ton of stuff I haven't mentioned yet. If I did, this video would be 4 hours long. So click the link in my pinned comment to join my newsletter, where I send weekly emails sharing all the strategies I can't put in my videos. See you there. Peace.